You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepolite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, everyone. It is I, Mel Bolton.
And it is me, Andrew Bolton. And together we are...
The Sheep.
It just became a wheeze for me at a certain point.
It did for me as well.
Oh, wow.
I did. I realized I do not have the lung capacity to carry out what I thought I could.
Yeah, I felt like I was part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I felt. That's where I came in.
Oh, no. I felt like a crashing star.
Oh.
Totally different feeling.
A Miss Celine Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think she ever crashed.
No, she just tripped on stage. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, though.
Oh.
Audience gasps.
Yeah.
Maybe pretends they never heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I didn't realize it was so dramatic for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we're not doing another take of this, but we're not. We don't have the time.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's okay.
Alrighty, guys. Well, it is Friday. That's right, guys. We made it to the convention. Yeah, I guess Friday. Yeah.
Everyone knows what Friday is.
We all know what it is. Okay?
It's awesome.
It's the best. Okay. And to help you get through your Friday a little bit faster, we have some stories for y'all. Starting off with monkey hunters.
Yes.
Who doesn't love that?
I'm guessing, is India taking care of their problem with the monkeys?
It's not India. Who was having the problem? It is the same country that we've been talking about having monkey problems.
I don't know. I lost track of it.
It was Japan.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, so they're having a big macaque. I think it's macaque. That might be a bird. Japanese macaque. I think.
It might be a monkey.
I think it's a monkey. Anyways. Monkey hunters accidentally shoot tranquilizer into woman.
I imagine those little critters are pretty hard to get. You're just firing in a...
Are you talking about women? Yeah, women are tough to get. You got to do what you got to do to rope one in.
You're just firing into a highly populated crowd, trying to hit this little monkey that's scurrying about.
They're not that little. They're like 30... I mean, they're like 30, 40 pounds, but they're tiny
shredded.
legs. Yeah, they're just all upper body.
Terrifying.
They're like tiny gymnasts.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sure they could rip someone's face off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, not like you'd have to sit there and take it for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not like ape, you know. They're 30 pounds. But I bet a 30-pound monkey could beat me up.
Yeah, once they got a little bit of a foothold underneath the skin, then they would be making some face pancakes.
60-pound. I bet a 60-pound monkey. Two of them. I bet two of them could take me. I bet I could take one of these mother truckers.
Just holding down your arms.
Right. Or something. Like maybe they're, I don't know. Maybe they've got you hostage or something.
Very elaborate.
That's why they need two. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So they missed the target by a few million years of evolution.
Oh.
A monkey hunting mission backfired spectacularly after a bumbling gunman accidentally shot a woman with a tranquilizer dart, knocking her out for an hour.
That would be insane to wake up from.
Just what happened?
I was late for my date.
I couldn't imagine what it would be like.
You would wake up on the pavement looking up at these strange men all around you, and they would have some trank guns. That's what I'm picturing.
You think they'd still be holding the trank guns after an hour? She's awake again.
Well, they still need to go on the hunt.
Oh, right. They're like, we were asking her for directions. Let's wait. Hi. Hey there, Morning Star. Where are the monkeys at? Did you just shoot me with a dart? No, you dreamed that. Why do I have a Looney Tunes Band-Aid on my arm? You go, your guess is as good as ours, sir.
I think she's probably gonna like sue or something for that, right?
I don't know. That's a very American thing. I don't know if you're allowed to sue in Japan.
Yeah.
I think they have to. They have to stick a sword in their gut.
Especially with like just the extent of this monkey crisis, because they're like stealing toddlers.
Oh yeah,
They're
babies
terrifying.
Yeah. So the comedy of errors was set in motion after reports surfaced of a Japanese macaque. Yeah, I was right. Also known as a snow monkey.
Sounds pretty.
Yeah. Lurking near Fujikawa Station in Fuji City. They're the ones that you always see in like hot springs and hot tubs. Those are the monkeys.
They know how to relax well.
Yeah, they do. They need a Corona commercial. So in response, the city hall dispatched 3 municipal employees and 1 simian-hunting specialist equipped with tranquilizer rifles to apprehend the rogue ape. What a crazy job that would be.
I hope it wasn't the hunter specialist that missed its target, because it's not looking good for that guy.
Technically, he did hit a simian of sorts.
Yes, but,
Or a sapien. Sapien.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, their monkey hunting mission turned catastrophic after one of the gunmen accidentally shot a woman they were interviewing about the fugitive primate.
They had pulled her aside.
They said yes, maybe, or they lassoed her. Nobody's really sure.
And they were interviewing her, I assume, to get, like you were saying, the spread on where the monkeys were at.
Yeah, where did you see this dangerous macaque?
And then one of the guys, I guess there must have been an outlier of these monkey hunters. And he sees a monkey run by, and he's like, "Oh, I got one!" Shoots it, hits a lady they're interviewing at that moment.
Yeah, or the monkey made him do it, right? And he was like,
yeah, he
was
Bugs
dancing.
Bunnied it.
Yeah.
He Bugs Bunnied to Elmer Fudded it.
I think so. It's people season. So, reports state that the hunters were taping their rifles to avoid air escaping. Okay, because it's an air rifle. That makes sense. Whereupon one of the bozos accidentally discharged their weapon. As a result, the hapless woman was struck in the arm with a dart, which was reportedly packed with enough sedative to subdue a 33-pound monkey, putting her out like a light.
There had to be that silent realization moment between all of them.
They all just kind of like looked around and they're like, do we leave?
Yeah. Well, she also, before it like really took her out, she probably felt it, and then she looked at the guy.
How long do you think it takes for tranquilizers to take effect?
Based off of my only knowledge, which is movies. You have like a 3 to 5 second gap to before you go down.
Yeah, I always thought it was like, according to this, it feels like before it even hits you, you're unconscious. How long to... Because they didn't shoot Harambe, the gorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla.
Yeah, they didn't shoot him with a trank because they said it would take too long and they didn't want him to freak out and kill the child. So they had to shoot him with a real bullet, right? Because they go, it needs to be a kill shot.
Yeah, it could also just be because his sheer size too. And if they missed, that would also agitate him. I'm sure it was like a multi-step problem.
Yeah. How long does a tranquilizer? Some say an hour, others say, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I wonder how long they were going to sit there.
Yeah, movies make it sound pretty instantaneous.
Yeah.
Huh.
So following the ludicrous misfire, oh God, first of all, I would not trust anybody. Imagine getting hailed over.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're being hailed.
Mm-hmm. You're enjoying a nice day.
Right.
A leisure walk.
You've called in these people about monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're waiting for them. They finally show up. You go over there. You see them bust out duct tape, and they are now trying to fix a leak in their gun, and then they shoot you with said gun. Would you be confident in their abilities to catch this monkey?
We may not have provided enough funding for these guys. Oh man, yeah. Any type of shooting weapon. I don't think duct tape should be anywhere around.
Planes and guns.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We were on that plane flight and it was taking a second to take off. And so someone comes over the announcement speaker and they go, we found a slight crack. Not a big deal. We're taping it up right now. We'll be taking off in about 20 minutes. That doesn't sound good. Although we did just stay on the plane and eventually it took off and landed.
So, yeah, it seems
it
fun.
worked out, but...
What the real eye-opener of that experience for me was, it takes less time for a plane's cracked wing to get fixed than it does for you to get ready. That's how I felt in that moment.
It speaks to how intricate my system is, Andrew, and how much I put in work-wise to look good for you.
Pants and a crop top. Mel.
There's a lot of choices.
Yeah.
I have a lot of leggings, and I have a lot of crop tops.
They're all black. I don't understand it.
It's not true. I just end up choosing the black ones.
So following the ludicrous misfire, the victim was rushed to the hospital where she awoke an hour later, Sora reported. However, it took another full hour before the patient was lucid enough to speak coherently. Yeah, there'd be some crazy dreams for that hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this lady was tripping.
Yeah. So the Fuji government has since apologized to the woman and has pledged an investigation and policy review to avoid another such disaster.
We're going to get them some new guns.
Yeah. Unfortunately, albeit perhaps unsurprisingly, the macaque remains at large.
Ah, man.
So
the ultimate goal. Will they ever catch this macaque?
No. But a woman, fairly easy. Fairly easy to capture.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of our survival.
I do think that's part of it. I think that we have become removed from the food chain for so long that we are now like lions and sharks. And,
oh, yeah, we've got no secret sense to when we're in danger.
No.
Maybe. We might feel a light tingle, but I feel like if we had still been out in nature, we could sense things a mile away. Like
yeah, there's definitely
senses.
Yeah, there's definitely something like that I think that we've lost, right? But also, what I think is so funny is that, like I said, we've been so far removed from the food chain that when we get suddenly thrusted back into the food chain, we're at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
and it could be our own species that's also gunning for us, too.
Well, that's the other thing, right?
Right.
They found recently that they found recently in a study that sharks are now are populating around beaches that are heavily populated. So
terrifying.
Well, if you think about it, that's what they do with seals.
Yeah.
Seals go
doesn't
up on
make me feel any better.
We're seals to them.
Yes, I gathered that. I don't like sharks.
Less
Sharks
agile.
freak me out. But I can really avoid them pretty easily staying on land.
Yeah.
So that's why I only really worry about snakes. My first foremost fear.
Right, snakes.
Then sharks.
Really?
Yeah.
Snakes, then sharks.
I tried to... I wanted to be one of those long distance swimmers. Like I wasn't going to go
like
far.
Like a triathlete?
Yeah, I was just trying to swim along the shoreline. But every time, because I had goggles on, you're looking down. Every time I would see this shadow of the wave go over top of me, and then I would worry it was actually just a shark's shadow.
Yeah, I had a similar instance where I was out and we were inner tubing, and you know that after you crash on the inner tube, and you're just waiting for the boat to turn around and come get you.
Yeah.
Something touched my leg.
Did it?
It was a piece of seaweed.
I bet. It's still scary.
Come get me!
You hear those horror stories of just someone's arm being taken clean off. Ugh. You're not getting that back. Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be like a sadistic shark that just like tickling my feet. I had to get out of there.
It's a very, very nice shark you found.
They're friends, not food, right? All right. Well, moving along.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck. Monkeys versus people. Round 3.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know how that goes. So far, the monkeys are winning. Planet of the Apes is very easy, apparently.
Very conceivable.
Yeah, it will not be difficult to wipe us out.
Apparently, we're our own worst enemies.
Yeah. Just give us some air and some drugs, and you'd be amazed what we can do with ourselves.
Who are we going to give the guns to? Well, we're just going to give them to our
that guy's
lower
licking
dregs.
paint. That guy's licking paint. Let's give it to that guy. You don't have an Australian? That's why every country needs a couple Australians.
Yep. They would know what to do with a trank gun.
Yeah. Alrighty. Moving on.
Let's do that.
All right. So, from monkeys to predators, Philly EMT Kevin Presley charged with exposing and photographing semi-conscious women's breasts.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's gross.
So, Pennsylvania police announced on Monday that would you rather have your boobs on the internet or your labia and
My
all
hoo-ha.
that, your hoo-ha and your tidbits? Your
Both would be disturbing for me, probably on the same level. I would just pray that my face wasn't a part of the photo, because that once they know who you are, I think that's the part that would really ruin it for me.
Right, when they can attach the bush to the face, that's the problem.
Right.
Okay.
That's I don't know if that's how everyone else feels about it. It's, don't get me wrong, it's already at a very disturbing level for me.
But the anonymity of it.
Yeah. The saving grace of it is hopefully they didn't have their faces taken with the pictures.
Okay. Noted. All right. Another non-answer from Melissa. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I would hate for my hoo-ha to be
there
out there.
You go. Okay, hoo-ha.
I just don't think they look nice on anybody.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think they look weird.
I don't know. I think Caitlyn Jenner pulls it off. Oh, no. She pulled something else off.
There it is. So this guy was going, riding around in an ambulance.
He's an EMT. It's his job,
right?
Yeah.
And so I guess he was pretending to save people. Or maybe it started from a genuine motive. And then he also realized, these people are kind of not awake.
Yeah, when you live too long, when you're the hero for too long, you become a villain. And that's how they say it, right?
That's the worst kind of villain, too. Well, it's not the worst, but it's one of the grosser sides of things.
Yeah. So Pennsylvania police announced on Monday that an EMT is facing charges after allegedly exposing a semi-conscious woman under his care in the back of an ambulance and snapping photos of her breasts. I would sue.
I would sue like crazy. First, the ambulance company, or whoever employed this EMT.
City.
Yeah, the city.
Yeah.
And then the guy himself.
Yeah. So Kevin Hakeem Presley, 24, of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was taken into custody on Saturday and is charged with indecent assault, invasion of privacy, and related charges. The Brookhaven Borough Police Department said it initiated an investigation Friday into an alleged assault that occurred the day prior. The victim reported that she was being treated at a medical facility in Brookhaven when she became semi-conscious. An ambulance arrived, and during the transport, Presley, while caring for the victim in the back of the ambulance, reportedly exposed the woman's breasts and took photos of her while she was in a semi-conscious state.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they found out in the past that this guy has exposed himself to others in public.
Well, no. He's not exposing himself.
I know. I'm just saying this usually correlates to also indecent exposure on his side as well.
Oh, okay. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So exposure usually isn't a one-way street.
Yeah, he's a, what do they call it? A peeving Tom or a peeking Tom?
Neither. Peeping.
I could not figure that out. He's just a peeping Tom, and he also, I bet you, and this is completely just without anything to back it up, I bet you he probably has just exposed himself. Full trench coat, naked underneath style.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Classic.
I know. He's 24. He wants to try all the big moves.
Yeah, but he's doing it ironically.
Yeah.
Hey, have you thought that it's weird that we call it a peeping Tom and not like a peeping Paul? Like usually we go, what is it called when you do, for example, like don't be a negative Nancy.
Yeah.
Or a...
Right, so it should have the two P's together.
Right. So I wonder if the P's got together and just threw it at Tom.
I think Tom was just very popular because there's tomboys. What does that mean?
It's like a tomcat.
Yeah, I think Tom was just very popular.
You think so? It's just unfortunate for Toms out there.
It was just the most used name, I guess, to add descriptions to.
So you don't think Toms are more likely to be peepers then?
I don't think so, and I say that because my father's name is Tom.
Well, that's right. That's why I was kind of bringing it up. I'm defending Tom here in this sense where you're going, I just don't understand how we got to Tom. It sounds good, like it fits, but like
I think it was just a well-used name, and in the age when this word started coming around, this slang, because we also used to use Jane a lot too, and then we had Dick. Dick was also a pretty popular name that was used for things.
Oh, so peeping Tom is a mid-18th century from the name of the person said to have watched Lady Godiva ride naked through Coventry.
Whoa, it's an actual person.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Wow, that's crazy.
So his nickname was
wow, sir,
Peeping Tom.
You went down in history for such a wrong reason.
For being a perv. That's fascinating.
Oh my gosh.
Lady Godiva.
She sounds like a looker.
Yeah. I wonder what I've heard of her before. Lady Godiva, in Old English, Godgifu was a late Anglo-Saxon noblewoman who is relatively well documented as the wife of Leferic, Earl of Mercia. Okay. All right. Mercia, England.
All right.
I only know that because of Vikings. Thank you, show.
Wow, his that word or phrase has really stuck around.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it? Poor bastard. He goes, one time I did that.
It was an accident. Coincidental, I swear.
I picked up trash on the side of the road. Okay. I helped old ladies cross the street. But you guys you see a beautiful naked woman on a horse and I'm going to look. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can put him in the wrong unless she was just like, everyone get out of my land. I'm about to ride around naked.
Yeah, it was the first feminist march.
I bet you it was a white pony.
Oh, of course. Obviously it was. Otherwise, how are we supposed to simplify purity for Lady Godiva? Anyways. Yeah. So we got off topic there a little bit.
Yeah, I was completely wrong on that, guys. I apologize.
Yeah, I had just thought all the P's had come, like Preston's had come together, and they're like, no, we need to throw this at somebody else. The T's don't have anything. I was like, yeah, T's.
Yeah.
So Presley was employed as an EMT by the Brookhaven Fire Company ambulance. Well, they're going to be sued. Mm-hmm. At the time of the alleged incident. He has since been arraigned and has his bail set at $100,000 cash. Now, that seems high to me for doing something. Don't get me wrong. It is horrible what he did in the sense that he was supposed to be he's a first responder, so you're supposed to trust. There's an innate trust there.
Right.
So there's an innate, not innate, but so there's I think you have to be harsher with first responders because we're supposed to call them in case of an emergency. Mm-hmm. And when crap like this happens, they go, no, I don't want to call them.
Right.
And so you have to make it, you go, we're going to make this set a precedent with this one.
Right. And I think the high amount, I do think they are setting a precedent of just, we're not letting this guy walk around outside until he's done with his trial.
Right.
And that's why I think they set it so high, because if they wanted money from him, they would have set it at a lower bar.
Something they could have gotten.
Yeah, something reachable for his family, like piling it all together.
Right.
Unless, who knows, maybe he's a baby from a rich family and they are really just gunning for their wealth.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I think you're right on the account that they're just trying to make sure this shouldn't happen.
It's a
you guys are held to a higher standard of trust.
Right, because you guys kind of have to be, right? But at the same time, I also think $100,000 for taking a picture of a lady's boobs.
How many more did he take, though?
Yeah, but you can't do it based on that.
I know, yeah.
You got to fit... Yeah, you can't do it based on what... Just because he did it once. Has he probably done it again? Yeah. Like, if I was a betting man, I would say, yeah, this probably wasn't his first time. That
Right.
being said, though, you can't do stuff like that based on law.
I would agree with that. I think, the high amount they set it at is just an example of him. I think you're calling it pretty good.
Yeah. Moral... I don't know how I feel. Anyways, who cares how I feel, right?
Yeah.
White male.
Yeah, it's really the judge's discrepancy when they choose to set that bail.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to an individual.
You know you got a chick judge. You know
There's a high chance.
You got a chick
There
judge.
is a high chance.
100,000. How much is her boobs worth? $100,000.
I wonder what family background she has.
No woman's boobs are worth $100,000 except for Kim K's. But that's literally because that's the price tag that she got.
Want them in solid gold.
Actually, it's probably more. She's probably gotten
things done, things removed, things put back in, things removed again.
I wonder if
put
she's
back in for the fall line.
I'm waiting for a cup holder right in her dimple where her butt, that butt dimple is.
Oh yeah.
I put a cup holder right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set. I don't need anything else in life.
They've talked about it. They're still figuring it out.
But not one of those. I needed to hold all types of cups. Like maybe have a little hole so just in case I have coffee there one day.
Yeah. I don't know. You're making this bar a little bit more difficult to reach now.
Yeah. But still I'm just talking like a little snip here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Why are you making the plastic surgeon's job so much more difficult?
Well, because they're plastic surgeons, so I figured adding plastic isn't that difficult.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along.
You could just fill her butt cheeks with some sort of liquid, whatever you want to drink, and just have a straw come out.
Oh.
Right?
Ass juice.
Doesn't have a good ring to it.
Yeah.
Mother's milk.
Oh. Kim K milk? Yeah, I don't want to be that. Hey, could you send this back? Because I told Pete Davidson I didn't want it shaken. Supposed to be stirred. Alrighty.
Man.
They broke
Some
up.
swing dancing.
Yeah, they broke up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, who'd have thunk that, right? She seems like she's a wholesome individual.
I think so. I think publicity has pointed that out very well.
Yeah. Okay. So, time for our next story. Miyagi healing technique. Yeah. All right. So, Indian teen dies after being set on fire by alleged stalker she rejected.
Oh, gosh. No. I hate when someone just obsesses over another person and then they cause them harm just because it's all built up in their own head.
These are the same type of people that ruin the game for everyone.
I would agree on a very broad sense with that statement. I don't think these people are being invited to many game nights.
No, because they're the type of people that if I can't have fun, nobody can have fun.
Yeah, they don't play well with others.
No, so you don't bring that person around. Just like if I can't have you, no one can. Same logic.
Yeah.
It's not even that broad. It's pretty, like one could say, just like a step away. It's all of you people out there who
don't get invited to game
are
nights.
party poopers.
Yeah.
You're a step away from this guy.
I don't know. I'm not good. I don't play well with others sometimes. I get too competitive.
Oh, is that what I was talking
I'm not going to light someone on fire, though.
You could if your eyes could.
I would. Oh, my gosh. That would be my superpower.
You've stared at me a couple of times, and my collar is smoked.
Yeah. If it helps, I feel like my eyes are on fire.
Everybody around can tell. And I just do the same thing.
I know. It's a stupid face.
Yeah, I just go with dumb face. Can't get mad at a retard.
Yeah, I look ridiculous.
And he's drooling. He's chewing his own hair.
She is so mean.
Yeah, that guy didn't deserve this.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so where did this take place again?
India.
India, huh?
That's right, my friend. So a teenage girl in India has died after she was set on fire by an alleged stalker who became irate when she rejected his marriage proposal. Set fire to the world. Watch it burn as my ring rolls away.
Yeah. These people will never be understood. I don't know. I can't get behind that mindset.
I think they will be understood. I think they can't understand other people.
That's a good point.
I think they're pretty easy to understand, in all honesty. Because you just got to go, okay, you're just selfish.
Yeah.
You have zero empathy and you're just a selfish human being. Okay. I don't need to know much more about you. I get you.
Right.
Plus,
she apparently wronged you.
By turning you down.
Yeah.
How fragile of an ego do you have that getting turned down like that, goes, nobody turns down the fire maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what? Who calls you that?
Myself.
Yeah. You'll see. Everyone will.
Give me a match. I'll prove it to you.
You're like, I feel like a fire starter should bring its own matches.
Yeah, maybe flint. That'd be really impressive.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Ankita Singh, 19 years old, so young, was asleep in her bed near an open window around 4 a.m., August 23rd, when a man doused her body in gasoline and tossed a lit match. By the way, I've never been able to toss a lit match without it going out before it hits whatever I'm trying to toss it at.
I think I buy the wrong matches.
Is that what it is?
It's because
I've tried to.
A light wind will blow out any match I light.
You have any idea how many times I've been threatening somebody's life, and it's been so embarrassing how many matches I've had to light, and then I keep getting closer and closer.
Told you to get a lighter.
I had the perfect. I'm not gonna waste a good Zippo on this guy that's just gonna die. Mm-hmm. You know. It's just like, no, just give me a second, all right? I had the best line too, and I had to walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, I came back because I realized it didn't actually hit the line of oil. It's brutal.
Yeah, unfortunate.
So, Singh was rushed to the hospital with severe burns, but died on Sunday as a result of the heinous attacks. That's really sad. Before she died from her injuries, Singh identified the man as Shahrukh Hussain, telling authorities he had been following her and harassing her, the outlet said. The detainee described how Hussain called her at about 8 p.m. the night before and told me that he would kill me if I did not talk to him.
This is an individual I would be okay with him being burned alive as as his reprimanding.
Oh. So let's say you're doing the sentencing. And you go, burned alive.
Eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
Makes the whole world blind.
Well, I'm okay with this guy being blind.
And rednecks.
Maybe he won't pick out another girl.
So let's see here.
Rednecks.
This is the toothless part. Yeah, the tooth for a tooth, eye for eye. So I informed my father about the threat, after which he assured me that he would talk to the man's family on Tuesday, she told cops. Why Tuesday? That seems like such a weird thing.
Monday's potluck night.
My goodness, dear, I would do it tomorrow, but it's Thursday. And you're like, what are we doing here, Dad? Because it happened on August 23rd. What was August 23rd? Today's the 2nd. So let's see here. Thursday was the 1st.
I think today's the 1st, wasn't it?
No, today's Friday.
Yeah, today's the 1st.
Today is Friday, September 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was the 1st. The day before that was the 31st. So what, the 30th was what, Monday?
I don't know. I'm just going to look it up on a calendar.
Perfect, thanks. My brain's not working.
That's fair. I'm never good at that stuff. As you can see. What day am I looking at?
The 23rd.
The 23rd was a Tuesday.
Okay, so he got so it was going to be the next day.
Okay.
Okay, go, because she got the phone call Monday night at 8 p.m., and then he goes, I'll talk to his family on Tuesday. So the next day, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was like, I have too many other threats that I have to deal with this week. I will push yours back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna pencil you in.
Yes. Your sister's coach has been a real perv. I have to handle that first. Horrible that this happened, by the way.
Yeah.
Throw that out there. So she then described waking up to a sensation of pain on my back and could smell something burning. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he snuck into her house.
Yeah, I found Hussein running away when I opened my eyes, she told authorities. 2 videos of Singh in the hospital have since gone viral, causing an uproar in India. She has suffered burns to over 45% of her body. The teen's father, Sanjeev Singh, confirmed that Hussein lived in their neighborhood. He said the man's unwanted attention sometimes forced his daughter to miss school.
This guy had a real problem.
Yeah, you should have handled this way before Tuesday.
I
mean, how are you going to...
You can't really, unfortunately, do much if he hasn't
done anything?
Caused her any physical harm. I don't know how India laws
work.
are. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know how well a restraining order could be enforced there, or even enforced at all.
Yeah. So the teen's father, Sanjeev Singh, confirmed that Hussein lived in the neighborhood. Oh, missed school. So Shahrukh used to tell her, marry me, accept Islam, else I will make your life hell, he told Swarja magazine. Marry me, accept Islam, else I will make your life hell. Yeah. Well, I don't think you made a good argument for Islam.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it would just be... I just feel like this person was just kind of like a...
Siri always trying to fucking...
have her worded.
Yeah, she's like, I haven't spoken in a while. Did you need something, sir? I'm like, no, go away, Siri. Yes, sir. I will stay around forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just this individual. I don't think once they have someone in their sights with their mindset, I think it's just a sinking rock that attaches itself to you.
It seems like it on this case.
Yeah.
So he kept on forcing my daughter to marry and convert for months. He was a one-sided lover, a stalker. Police arrested Hussein and an accomplice last week. Both men are reportedly facing murder charges. Good.
Yeah.
Singh's death sparked outrage across the Hindu-majority Jharkhand. Amber Lakra, the police superintendent of Dumka, told the BBC that while the crime was not considered religious in nature, police are being especially vigilant as the boy and girl belong to different religions.
Well, probably for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it had anything to do with...
No, I wouldn't think it had anything to do with religion either. I think he found a girl, decided she was the one for him, and basically was like, you're mine now. I claim you.
Yeah.
And when she took away the control and told him no, he lost his mind.
Yeah, he would have been a great Viking. Not so great modern day man.
Yeah.
So after the crafty meted out, I don't know what that means. So in the days following Singh's death, several politicians took to social media to express their disgust against Hussein's actions. After the crafty meted out to Ankita, her death has made every Indian bow their heads in shame. Rahul Gandhi, a leader in the Indian National Congress and prominent advocate for women's rights, tweeted on Tuesday, "Today there is dire need to create a safe environment for women in the country." No, you need to make homes safer.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you do need to make it, you want safety for everybody.
Right, and maybe they just need to look over what to do with stalkers and restraining orders. I just don't know what their policies are and how enforceable they are.
Is there a way that we can just get a chain of stalking going around where it's like this person stalking this person, this person stalking this person?
Oh, like only stalkers only?
Yeah, so they can stalk each other. It's like a fun little...
You would hope that would be...
So we have like a chain of stalkers.
Right.
And so like there's one person who's really a stalker, but they're having an off day. Right? So they're just buying groceries. But really, there's a stalker around the corner.
Yeah. If
And
only
then
if it
that
was
guy's stalker.
that simple,
Obviously, Melissa, this is supposed to be a joke, and you keep butchering it.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's too late. It means nothing to me. So today there's dire need to create a safe environment for women in the country. Mithilesh Kumar Thakur, a politician in Jharkhand, urged the public. She also urged them not to assign undue blame to the killer's religion. I think that's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
People are always trying to figure out why somebody did what they did. And if it's something that's different than them, then they go, that definitely is the reason, because I have all those other aspects. I'm a male. I'm young. I'm da-da-da-da-da, but I'm not a Muslim.
Yeah.
So therefore, it must be the Muslim part of it.
Right, but it could just be...
You're like, no, he's off his freaking rocker.
Nature versus nurture thing. I think this guy was just born with a few screws loose. And, yeah. There's really not much you can do after that.
So he is a cruel, unrighteous, impure, and inferior. The killer of our daughter, Ankita, should be near the noose soon. Our government will make all such legal efforts. That was the father. Damn shame.
Yeah, that's a scary individual, because you don't know what they're going to be capable of. Apparently breaking into your house and lighting you on fire.
Yeah. What's for dinner? You. Seems a little bit much.
No.
Do you ever have a stalker?
I mean, if I don't think so. So
if I did, it was a good one.
If I did, yeah, they've done a great job. But also,
best of the best of the best stalkers.
It would be really impressive. I've moved a lot, so.
Oh, yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, they would have to have really traveled and put in some effort.
Well, usually stalkers are, they're isolated. It's usually like a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you have a stalker?
Stalker is a strong term. I did have a girl move to a state for me, and then
She wasn't your girlfriend, was she?
No.
Okay.
She wanted to be. Yeah.
Just had to clarify that.
I go, it was you. I go, we're married.
She's in this room with me.
She hasn't left my side in 10 years. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Okay.
So, I showed you this video earlier, but there's a wild moment where a kidnapping suspect tries to stab a cop with a pin in the interrogation room.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't tell me what that was about, but yes, I did see the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking pencil.
In flip-flops, too.
Well, it wasn't flip-flops.
Like Adidas sandals.
Yeah. I don't know what they're like sports flops.
Yeah. I guess I don't know the brand, but...
Yeah, they're not flip-flops because they don't have the thong in between the thing. They just have the one thick band over it.
Which I think is even less secure than what flip-flops would be.
He had socks on, so they're more secure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully some real thick ones.
Yeah. High-dress black socks. No.
Yeah. But anyways, to describe this guy to you guys, besides what footwear he was using, very skinny guy. What do you think he weighed? 130?
Yeah, $140 if he was 6 foot.
Yeah.
$140 if he was 6 foot, skinny, blue shirt, shorts, Jufro.
Yeah, he did.
and some glasses. So, frightening video shows an Ohio man suspected of attempting to kidnap a child from a kindergarten, lunging at an officer in the interrogation room and trying to stab him in the neck with a pin.
Yeah, I don't know how he thought that was going to go afterwards. Maybe he was trying to do death by cop.
I think he just watched too much John Wick. Yeah, right. I don't know how he was expecting to get out of that room.
And then the whole precinct.
Yeah.
But he had ambition.
Well, it gets even crazier.
Oh, does it?
So not crazier, but it becomes weird. Like, I don't understand his thought process. Then again, I mean, he is trying to, take a child.
Yeah,
so I don't understand that thought process
pretty
either.
Big degenerate.
So Reed Duran, 35, was arrested last week after allegedly posing as a parent during an open house at St. Bridget School in Xenia. What an interesting town name. The school's principal spotted Duran acting in an odd manner on the premises and called 911 to report a trespasser.
Good on the principal.
Yep. Telling the dispatcher that the intruder was posing a threat. Officers who responded to the school questioned Duran in the parking lot. The man was said to have initially offered an array of explanations before his attending the open house, but eventually admitted his plan to lure a young child with drug-laced candy.
Wow.
That seems crazy that he admitted to that.
Ugh. Yeah, it's just his thought process isn't all the way there, but also he's well thought enough through to make drug-laced candy.
Yeah. I mean, aren't they already doing it in this state?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Duran agreed to come down to the local police station for an interview and was sitting in an interrogation room when the pin attack occurred. So we're just going to kind of...
just describe it.
Regale it for you.
Yeah.
Guys. So he's sitting by himself. There's 3 chairs in an interrogation room. It's just kind of like a 5x10 room. It's just got a desk, 2 chairs around the desk. The desk is the table's pushed against one of the walls. The guy is in a kind of like it's got a bit of give to it, so it's like an office chair.
Mm-hmm.
He's in an office chair and he's kind of going back and forth, and there's a pen on the table, and there's an officer behind him to his right.
Right. And the officer's tucked in the corner facing him, so he's got a full view of everything that's happening.
And he's sitting in a chair as well. That's where the 3rd chair is. So the guy's rocking back and forth, and he's rocking back and forth. And you can tell he's just kind of like looking at the pen, deciding what to do. And he goes, all right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stab this guy. So he grabs the pen very casually, kind of looks at it, takes off the cap. And as soon as he takes off the cap, he spins in his chair because it's an office chair, right? Mm-hmm. Spins in his chair. And the officer, I got to give him credit on this one. Thank God it wasn't a fat cop.
Oh, yeah, no, he's quick on the draw.
He had kung fu block, just waxed on, waxed off, just waxed off that guy's pen attack. Forearm, blocks it, grabs the guy's arm, and then throws him against the wall, gets on top of him, and the guy goes, give me your,
Yeah.
But you're going, what was your thought process? I don't understand that.
I could, so I want to say there was a high chance he was going to attack the officer with it. But it did happen so fast. Also, I don't think the pen had a cap. I think it was a quick grab, and then he slid it a little bit further down in his hand, and then he was going to turn around. He was either going to get himself in the neck or, like you said, go after the officer.
It looked like he was going after the officer to me. Because why would you turn around?
Right. I want to say that would, it looked like a spin into going to the officer.
And by the way, I hate to do this to you, on air.
Yeah.
It definitely had a cap.
No way.
Yes.
We're going to rewatch it later.
You're such a dumb hooer.
I feel like I'm so right on this one.
It was a capped pen.
Okay.
No, yeah, you're saying it, but I don't think you believe me when I'm saying it.
I don't.
it was a capped pen.
All right.
No. I need you. I need you to say, I believe you.
I believe you that it was a capped pen.
You're smiling too much. But I'll take it. Perfect. All right. So surveillance video from the room shows Duran sitting in a swivel chair. Swivel chair is what they call them. Before suddenly grabbing a pen from the table in front of him, undoing the cap, and...
That part wasn't in there.
Yeah, whatever. In charging Officer Nicholas Peters with the sharp end pointed at the neck and face area of the cop, according to court documents. But this is the weird part. Duran agreed to come down to the local police station for an interview and was sitting in an interrogation room with the pen when the pen attack occurred. So he agreed to go to the police station.
I mean, even if he didn't agree, they were going to take him in anyway. So they were either going to be like, hey, come along by your choice, or we're arresting you.
For what?
He let them know his plan was to give a child a drug candy.
But not there he didn't. He did that in the interrogation room.
Oh, okay. I thought he did it at the scene.
No, for some reason he agreed to go, and then he told him while he was there that he was going to give a drug-induced starburst.
Interesting.
Instead of just going, am I under arrest for something? No. Well, you're suspicious, though. And he goes, okay, well, thanks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they found him.
Oh, yeah. This, I didn't realize. I thought he had told them at the scene. This individual doesn't really have a good understanding of the consequences to his actions.
I'm guessing not.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Peters is seen pushing the pin, wielding suspect to the floor and quickly gaining the upper hand during the ensuing struggle. Put your hands behind your back now, Peters ordered Duran. Are you effing kidding me right now? Put your hand behind your back now, Peters repeated. Duran has been charged with attempted kidnapping, felonious assault, and escape.
What's weird is I don't think cops are supposed to leave pens behind. And I don't know if they left that there to be a trap
to bait
for
him.
him. Yeah.
The guy was quick on his arm. The cop was pretty quick on. He's like,
right. He was positioned well for someone because this the perp was gonna have to turn around to attack him.
I'd like to think though you give that guy a machete and I could still beat him up.
Yeah, I get that. Well, you're also not a $130.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. What I mean is right. So we can't. The cop didn't defend himself from The Rock.
Yeah.
He defended himself from White Urkel.
Yeah, very gangly armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to say they usually just don't leave sharp objects behind.
You think that's what the cop does? That's like that single cop's purpose, like it's his tester.
Right? I don't know if they set a trap for him or not. Maybe it could have just been a mess up by the other interrogator who just left a pen behind.
Have you seen my lucky pen?
Oh yeah, it's in their convict's neck.
Yeah.
Because this spindly guy could have just tried to end his life. I mean, he's admitted to them that he tried to steal a child. That could be the end for this individual in his head. That being said, I don't think he's all there.
So, according to police, Duran told detectives that he had plotted to abduct a 5-year-old girl from the school after offering her Starburst candy coated with a tranquilizer to obtain sexual favors. Duran also allegedly claimed that he preferred children younger than 13 years old and child pornography was on his computer. Why are you saying any of this?
Because he's crazy.
So Xenia police said in a statement that no tranquilizers were detected on the candy that was found on Duran's possession at the time of his arrest, and that the man did not offer sweets to anyone at the school.
He forgot the candy.
Yeah. He goes, "Oh, I ate the wrong Starburst." Oh, that's the worst. I'm gonna be tripping for a couple days, guys.
Yeah, I am not lucid right now.
No wonder he ingested a truth serum. No wonder he was so. All right, I'll tell you what really happened.
Trinks can be a truth serum at the same time, right?
Alcohol?
I thought it was Trinks.
Tranks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that your faculties aren't all there, so the truth is a lot easier to say because you don't have to think about it. Whereas when you're lying, you have to think about the lie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, this is a multi-step thing you have to go through to be able to present a lie that's accepted by a cop. Because you got to keep calm, you got to make sure you look cool,
and you got to repeat
it
over and over again.
Right, and then you have to show the right emotions at the various stages for this lie to be kept up.
Yeah. So, Duran is being held in county jail without bond.
Thank goodness.
Duran's family spoke to NBC News on Friday, claiming that the 35-year-old has been suffering from schizophrenia for several years, but that he has never been violent toward others. He's very gentle and considerate to others.
I don't believe it. He has, I guess they haven't found the child porn on his computer.
No, they found the child porn on his
Okay,
computer.
yeah, I don't believe it.
Roy Duran said of his jailed younger brother, "The harm is always insular and against himself." The man's mother, Melissa King, said that she has said that what she has seen in the interrogation room surveillance footage was unlike her son. "I think he began to feel scared and he's concerned and he's cornered," she said. "I just know he's not in his right mind. He needs psychiatric help." I'd agree with you there, Mom. But I think he needs to be away from kids and people and in corners.
No pens, only crayons.
Yeah. And we're not giving him a sharpener either.
Mm-mm.
So he's going to have to, there's going to be no detail in those, unless he does a really good job of doing it himself, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Moving along.
Let's do that.
All right. I think this is the last story of the day, guys.
All right. And then you're going to get on with your Friday.
That's right. Okay. And if Friday's still not over, replay this episode.
Yeah.
Just listen to it twice. We're going to go back and listen to one of our older ones.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair option.
Yeah, you don't have to repeat this one. Although if you listen to it in slow rewind, you'll hear some pretty cool stuff.
We will brainwash you.
Yeah. Unique New York. So, for the last story of the day. An Ohio woman whose dad fatally shot ex-boyfriend says victim changed after breakup. I'm going to say bull. He was always the same. You just didn't notice.
Yeah, I want to... There had to be some amount where you saw this dark side of this gentleman.
People don't change after a breakup. People change during a relationship. Mm-hmm. I've seen that. I've never once seen anybody change after a split. I've seen people change like after like 3 weeks of dating, and you go, "Hey, you used to work out with me all the time. You don't do that anymore." You go, "Oh yeah, that was just to meet you."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, well, like that was one of my favorite things about you."
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's all a lie.
Yeah, right. So I've seen stuff like that, but I've never seen somebody change after a relationship. I've seen people become depressed after a relationship.
Right. Well, the only thing I could think of to make somebody change drastically after a breakup is if
a bad breakup.
Right. I think they would have to have gone off and done some hardcore drugs and get into alcohol, and I could see that over time just messing with them.
But yeah.
But instantaneous, no.
Every girl thinks that she goes, "He was so affected by our breakup." You're like, no, he's always been like this. You just didn't open your eyes for some reason. Yeah. He changed so much after me.
You just kept trying to fix something that couldn't be fixed.
Well, that's kind of like an ego thing on a lady's part.
It is.
If you think about it. You're like, "Oh, he's so much different now." You're like, "No, he's always been like this. You just didn't notice it." So, and she goes, "No, that can't be it."
Yeah.
Anyways.
There's some pieces that are just a core of somebody's personality that it just are not going to be moved.
Yeah. So the Ohio woman whose ex-boyfriend was gunned down by her dad, a moment caught on chilling Ring doorbell footage, told cops the fatal victim was verbally abusive and changed after they broke up. I hate that term, verbally abusive.
Yeah. It's... Because I like with the true crimes stories I like to listen to, and sometimes they'll have video clips of just, because our day and age, everyone records everything. So I can see it being them saying some really mean things, but at the same time, you can remove yourself from the room, the house. But that's a very gray area because you just don't know if this person's also physically violent too, but it sounds like this one's just a verbal violence.
Now, I hate that term too, verbal violence.
Yeah.
Because that's not violence.
That's fair. Yeah, verbally abusive. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Let's see here. Abusive, extremely offensive, and insulting. He became quite abusive and swore at her. That's not... Abusive comments, insulting, rude, vulgar, offensive, disparaging. Man, dictionary.com. maybe abusive is all those things. So
I think it's just abusive on a psychological level is all they're speaking to. And it's...
Yeah, I just don't like... I guess it's been co-opted by so many... Every girl I talk about to that talks about their ex says that their ex was verbally abusive.
Right, and so I don't think it's at the degree that it happens in relationships that they claim, because I think sometimes it's also just two people sparring with each other, not practice sparring, but going at it verbally with each other and saying mean remarks to each other, trying to get a dig in. And then I think there are the one-sided cases where there is just someone that just wants to see you in the lowest of lows, wants to make sure you just can't build yourself back up again. So I think there is, I think that a lot of people do use it when it's really not quite the case.
So I think that I know what you're talking about. I've seen men do it a time or two. Mm-hmm. Normally, when I see abuse coming from a male to a female, it's physical.
Right.
And they can be disparaging, or they can be mean when it comes to, they call you a fat cow, nobody wants you, all that kind of stuff, and they try to just beat you down.
Right.
Right, and I've seen that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I have a problem with, verbally assaulted or...
Well, so I think also I want to say that I think when someone's being verbally, like a genuine verbal abuser that's just one-sidedly attacking another individual, I want to say that they probably do also get physically violent with that person as well. I think that trait is tied together. I don't think it goes without the other one.
Abuse is abuse.
If it is...
They'll do it however they can.
Right. If it is verbal abuse, like true to its being, just full destruction on the other person's psyche, I think there's also a pretty high chance, I want to say like 90% chance, that they probably have also caused them physical harm.
Really? 90?
90, yeah. If it is like the one where someone's like, you shouldn't be alive, you're just a fucking slut, and the worst thing ever that's ever happened in the world. I can't throw insults that well, but
just whatever I say to you, just use that.
yeah. I mean, it's just like kind of being like, hey, you did a crap job with dinner. You should go down the basement, clean that crap up, and get my dessert ready. It's just a weird thing, and then they shove them into a wall type deal. I think it's just making sure that person knows they're more in the servitude position. And I think that's their goal, just to have complete dominance over the other person.
Gotcha. So James Rail, 22, died from a gunshot wound to the back after attempting to force his way into the Sydney, Ohio home of 52-year-old Mitchell Duckrow on July 31st. So a grand jury subsequently voted 8-1 against indicting Duckrow for Rail's killing, citing the state's Stand Your Ground laws. During a videotaped interview with police detectives after the shooting first obtained by Daily Mail, Allison Duckrow explained that she and Rail had previously been in a relationship, but split up in 2019 because she said he was just being a dick and would tell her everything that was wrong with me.
Okay, so she didn't like how he was going with the relationship. Maybe she had something she said too. We don't know that, but they broke it off.
So let's see here. 19. So that he would have been 3 years. So he would have been 19 when they dated. That sounds like a 19-year-old's relationship. You don't figure things out sometimes when you're you see unhealthy crap. You don't know that it's unhealthy. You do it to the next person you meet.
It turns out you're like, wow, that should have never happened.
Yeah. She added, he would say that no one was going to love me anymore. So, following the couple's breakup, Allison told, the guy's dead. Why are you adding that? That just seems weird.
No, I think that's just, it's speaking to, because that would be along the lines of verbal abuse. Just making sure, well, because what that statement itself says, is don't believe in your family and your friends. They're not coming out here for you. So it's kind of, they're kind of secluding off this person by saying that kind of sentence.
Isolating him.
Yeah.
I got you. So following the couple's breakup, Allison told the police that she blocked Rail on social media. The 22-year-old woman said that at one point Rail had relocated to California, but when he returned to Ohio, he was just different. All right, that's fair. Going to California, coming back 3 years later, yeah, that's a different guy.
That's a good amount of time to change.
So his close friends, he just started treating them like crap and nobody wanted to deal with it, Allison claimed. I don't know if I can trust you.
It would help to have like one of those friends also put in a quote.
Yeah, I would need... I'm not listening to anything that the ex-girlfriend said. Ugh. Not anything, mind you. So I will say this. I know some stuff that you don't know.
Okay.
I watched the interview, a couple of the highlights, and she was smiling when she said, "That's when my dad shot him."
Oh, yeah.
And then she smiled.
There is, yeah, I guess I would have to see it because there is a very small group of people that smile when they're nervous, and then it can be seen as them admitting to that they're joyful for this happening, or she was actually joyful. But
well, let's find out. We'll keep reading. Maybe there's some more information that would side with me.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
So according to the woman, because I agree with you, there are people that like I've been getting yelled at a couple of times by coaches, teachers, and you just start smiling.
Yeah,
and they're like,
a
"Why are
nervous
you
habit.
laughing?" And you're like,
It's making me smile more.
And they're like, "What is wrong with this guy? Did you eat
psychopath?
Did a 35-year-old give you a Starburst laced with something?" Yeah. Whatever I got to do to get out of the situation.
Right.
I verbally abused them and I ran away.
No.
So according to the woman, she and Rayo would take acid while they were dating. But she said she did not know if he was still using illicit drugs around the time of his death because she had not been in contact with him.
Okay, so she's not like the creme de la creme of girlfriends.
She's not a princess.
Yeah. Not trying to judge people for what they chose to do for their activities. But usually acid doesn't end well on the brainberry.
Yeah. It's called acid. So Allison also recounted the events that immediately preceded the bloodshed. She said that when she saw the glass on the front door break and the door frame give way as Rail was ramming it with his shoulder, she freaked out and ran and hid. So, I watched the video.
I don't like the shot in the back part.
Well, I watched the video of him getting shot.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the coming up thing. I saw a little bit of the interrogation where she smiled.
Okay.
And I saw the shooting.
Oh, because they had a
ring,
porch cam?
Yeah, they had that Ring doorbell cam.
Okay.
And the guy's trying to break down their door. He's legit trying to break down their door. He looks drunk.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
terrifying.
He looks drunk. And he puts his shoulder in. He tries to rattle the door, doesn't open. He tries to push the door open with his shoulder, doesn't work. He goes again, doesn't work. The father comes up and he warns him, goes, "I'm armed, I will shoot." The kid's drunk. That's what it looks like to me. Or he's high, right?
Yeah.
Once again, just speculation. Just keeps going because when have you ever told a drunk or high person one thing and they've ever listened?
Yeah, and that's
never.
It's very rare you'll have someone that's super compliant at that point.
Right. So before the door, the guy bumps after the warning, the guy bumps his shoulder against the door again, and then 3 shots just come out. Pa, pa, pa. Or it goes, tush, tush, tush. He gets hit twice in the shoulder, and as he's turning around to get away, but the guy can't see because the door is still closed because the guy fired through the door.
Oh, he was in the house?
Who?
The
dad.
The dad was inside the house.
Firing through the door.
Okay. Because the shot in the back made me think he was standing outside.
No.
Okay.
So he was inside the house.
Okay.
And he shot 3 times through the door, hitting him all 3 times, 2 in the shoulder, 1 in the back.
One in the back when he turned around.
And to run away, yeah.
Gotcha.
So let's see here. Allison also recounted the events that immediately preceded the bloodshed. She said that when she saw the glass on the front door break and the door frame give way as Rail was ramming it with his shoulder, she freaked out and ran and hid. I didn't even see what Mitchell Duckrow shot or anything. I just heard it, the daughter recalled. I literally hid most of the time. I screamed a bunch, and then I really started freaking out. The night before the shooting, Rail had left a voicemail for Allison, which was released earlier this month by the man's sister, who has been leading a campaign demanding justice for her brother. Hi, Allie. It's James. Rail says softly on the recording. I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing. And maybe hear from you. If that would be all right, I guess. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I feel.
I don't know. With how he was trying to break in, being intoxicated like he was.
I've been intoxicated and the door's been locked, and I've just kept on going.
Yeah?
Yeah, because...
Was it your own house?
Yeah. I mean, yes. But, I mean, I've also been at parties where I was throwing a party at my house, and I had a couple doors get broken because my bedroom, I didn't want anybody going into the bedrooms of my house, right?
Yeah.
So I locked all the doors from the inside.
Yeah.
And I went upstairs while the party was going on, and people had busted down both my doors. And I go, what are you doing? They go, the door wouldn't open.
That is crazy.
And I go, well, that means not to go into it.
I just... There has to be... Because I feel for the sister in this account, and it's a touching phone call.
Daughter.
That was... What?
You said the sister.
I thought it was his sister.
Whose sister?
The guy that was shot.
No. Oh, yes, it is. Rail's sister.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that was a phone call that was made while he was probably on the more sober side, if not sober. So, and then you have a full day pass, and then he comes up intoxicated. You don't know really what his goal is by the end of this. If he breaks down that door and he gets inside, he could take out the father.
And then do whatever he wants.
Exactly. And it might not have been something he would have done or even a thought process he would have had if he was sober.
But you can't assume the best from somebody who's breaking down your door.
Exactly.
You have to assume the worst. And the other thing, so then they go on and they say, Allison and her family claimed she was scared after hearing her ex-boyfriend's message. I am going to try to read this as aggressive and scary as possible.
Is it the same message?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see if a change of tune changes how this came across.
Okay, because it didn't come across anything other than I've left that voicemail before.
Yeah.
Right, where I've just been like, I'd like to talk to you. I guess I don't really know why. I just have all these. I really don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to try to do this. Claims she was scared after. I'm going to try to scare her. Okay. So everybody who gets scared easily, give it a second. Okay. Fast forward maybe 30 seconds. All right. And then another 20 seconds because all you're going to be hearing is Melissa screaming.
See what you got.
All right. Hi, Allie. It's James. I just wanted to reach out to you because, well, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And maybe hear from you? If that would be all right, I guess. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and, well, I don't know. I feel like, well, I don't know how to feel. Oh, now I got to do better than that in the last line.
Yeah, you started coming around to being nice.
Yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I'm just getting Clint Eastwood now.
Yeah, you are.
Do you feel lucky, punk? Well, do ya? I guess the punk is actually supposed to be afterwards. Anyways, it's been a while since I've talked to you, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I feel. Yeah, I have a hard time making that even sound scary.
No, that came across. I would more describe it as like movie-esque scary. And just because I don't think anyone leaves voicemails like that in real life out of the blue, and then someone later describes it as a soft voicemail.
Yeah, it says softly on the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the worst voicemail you've ever left somebody?
I don't know. I rarely leave voicemails for anybody. Nobody can track me.
That's how they do it, yeah. Through the voicemail app.
No,
but I've got TikTok.
Yeah, I'm a rambler, so it's nothing great, nothing bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget to tell him who was calling, so there's that.
Yeah, I do that from time to time. Yeah. So Allison and her family claim she was scared after hearing her ex-boyfriend's message. I don't understand how, but okay.
Like, I could see it, even if it was the first version you read to us where it was softly given, I could see it having a little bit of a dark shadow if they just broke up horribly and he was being horrible to all his ex-friends. Just a complete asshole. I could see it having a dark shadow in her mind because you just know he's gone that far and changing his personality.
Yeah.
But I would really need to hear a quote or just someone from his friend group.
I need a friend or family member going, yeah, he was changed.
Yeah. It just gives a little bit more weight to her statement. Yeah,
well, I'm going to go and be honest. I'm going to say 0 for her. Mm-hmm. I don't believe her. Because this is what I know about her. She did acid when she was 19, and she dated a guy named Rail. I am not trusting this woman's judgment. I am not trusting her recount of the tale. Even if it is accurate, I can't trust you because I don't know you, first and foremost. And second of all, you dated a guy named Rail.
Yeah, I thought you would have you'd have more to say about why you don't trust her.
Well, it was the smile, too, after she said that her father killed her.
That is a curious part of it.
Yeah.
That is, because, there could be just like he could have been trying to attack her, and then because they defended themselves, he died. And there could be a part of her that is happy she doesn't have to worry about him anymore.
Right.
I just don't know what benefit she would have gotten out of him being dead, because it's not like they're married. They don't have anything they own together. Besides just the need to kill him, that would be the only thing for her goal to want him to be murdered.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh man.
So the Ring video shows the man standing on the Duckrose family front porch and repeatedly slamming his body against the door after being told by her father to go away. At one point, Mitchell Duckrow warns the unwelcome guest that he is armed. Dad, is he trying to kill me? Allison could be heard saying on the 911 call. After Duckrow shoots at Rail 3 times, leaving him for dead in a walkway outside the house, his daughter is heard telling him, Dad, there's nothing you could have done. You saved my life.
Okay. What's your problem with it? I'm sure.
What's my problem with it?
Yeah.
She kind of instigated him into shooting her boyfriend. I don't think breaking into somebody's... Let me put it this way. I don't think breaking into somebody's home is ever a smart idea. And I think if you do something like that, you win stupid prizes. And if you get shot while you're doing it, that's on you.
Yeah.
That being said, there is zero evidence other than him trying to bust down the door that she has shown. Mm-hmm. She herself has shown zero evidence. If he's verbally abusive, you think there would be a couple texts? You think there'd be a couple voicemails? Mm-hmm. You think there'd be a bunch of stuff, which there might be.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of that information right now.
Right.
And the only information that I have right now is a voicemail where he goes, I don't really know how to feel right now, and I just kind of miss you.
Right.
That doesn't sound like a...
But then the next day he tries to break in. That doesn't correlate.
It does if you're... The guy, we know he's a drug head because he did acid and he moved to California.
Yeah.
And then he came home to Ohio or wherever he's from, right? And then I think he was drunk or high and trying to break in to the... I'll show you the video and you let me know what you think. How about
that? Right now?
A second. We'll get through this a little bit more and then I'll show you the video here at the end.
Okay. If you think I need to see it.
So, I just want you to see if you think that he's drunk or high based on the guy. That's what I want you to see.
Right. And I think I'm just coming at it from a woman's standpoint, because
Well, you can't take the chance that he is
right. I'm not physically capable of breaking down a front door. But guys have a little bit more foothold in that regard, and so for me, my mind would be racing. What's his ultimate goal in this? And I would agree with you. That does sound like a very manipulative comment to make.
Dad, is he trying to kill me?
Yeah. But I could also understand it could be just an earnest thought when you're just scared out of your mind from someone who's trying to break down a door so hard that it's shattering the window.
I've never heard of somebody being so panicked and terrified and then say, Dad, is he trying to kill me? And then turn around and then comfort your father.
Well, there was a time period in between where he shot her, or where her father shot him. So there was a minute or 2 minutes behind, and I don't know, maybe her dad couldn't hurt a fly in her mind, and so I would, if my dad did something like that for me, I would be worried about his headspace as well.
Not in a minute or two after you thought that your life was in danger.
Right, and
I
would agree that does also, it leaves a little bit of an uncomfortable spot in my stomach just because how fast she knew she caused her father to do that for her.
So during an interview with the police after the fact, Allison's mother, Stacy Duckrow, tearfully said her daughter was terrified as she watched Rail trying to break into their home. So this is now a terrified girl. Mm-hmm. Dad, is he trying to kill me? Makes total sense.
Right.
Terrified girl, still on the same, like, da. Dad, it's okay. There's nothing he could have done.
I would have to hear how she said it, but I could see myself comforting my dad like that.
I
could.
I don't buy it.
I could completely, because... yeah, the first thing I would be worried about is the person who had to take another life for me. But this is only speaking for her if she is actually being genuine about this. It can be, I'll agree with you, it can be seen in the light that you're looking at it as well.
If it was one of these things, if it was just one of these things, I would go, well. Oh, well.
Right.
There's too many things for me. The smiling after she mentioned the guy died.
That is another component to add in, huh?
The smiling after the guy died, going, Dad, is he trying to kill me? You're like, based on what? He's just trying to get into the house.
Yeah, I don't know. As a woman, your mind goes to, why is he trying to get in here? He's coming for me. Worst case scenario, he's trying to kill me.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anyways. So let's see here. He tried to get to my daughter, the mom argued. Agreed. But she also spared a thought for the deceased man and his loved ones, saying, I can't imagine what his parents are going through, though.
Right.
And speaking of his parents, Rail's family has reacted with outrage to the news that Duckrow will not be held accountable for the shooting and launched a Facebook page demanding justice. Mitch shot him in the back and killed him, Rail's sister Jessica Colbert wrote in the recent post. I hope your days are more miserable than they've ever been. You're a disgusting excuse for a human being along with your daughter.
I want to know how, whatever his name is, Rail. I want to know how it came to be he ended up there.
I think I don't know. Here's the video, though. Give me 1 second. It is loading. So here... still loading. Commercial.
Gotta love the commercials.
Oh, it's got... I don't know what this is for. I'm intrigued.
You just get pulled into a commercial?
I did. It's Anthony B. Jordan. He's doing a lot of stuff. And then the chick from Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah, what I would have really liked for this article is if the reporter had gone to his side as well and gotten his friends and family's opinions on the matter. Because as of right now, all they've just quoted is an enraged
Here's the
enraged sister. He's pretty young looking. He's
22.
He's 20. Oh, he's 22. I was picturing like a 30-year-old guy.
He's 22.
Okay.
So there he is. That's him. This is the video. This is the same video. So this is the very beginning of it.
Okay.
Does he look glassy-eyed to you?
I'm gonna wait till I see him move.
All right. He's trying to break open the door. It's not opening. He starts pushing. He's really trying to get in. Bang, bang. He turns around. Bang, bang. He walks just to the garage and sits down and dies.
It did happen like a lot faster than I thought. Because I thought it was with the girl how she described it. She made it sound like he had been working on that door for a good 2 minutes.
No, it happened.
Yeah. It's because these people are just normal citizens too. So you can't expect like a well thought out welcoming party, and I just mean that in the regards like maybe just a warning shot first.
Yeah, that's not my problem with it.
I know. I'm just saying like it's for the father, since he is having his house broken into by this individual. I think he got maybe 4 to 5 shoulder checks into the door when the guy told him he had a gun and started shooting right afterwards. He didn't really give him much time to back through. I don't know how sturdy their door is, but I'm surprised that he didn't give out a warning shot, because I think that would scare away anyone breaking into a house first.
The kid turned around as soon as he got shot.
Right? And so it stinks. I wanna know, because he also, because we didn't do the audio for it, but yeah, he didn't look intoxicated out of his mind.
He looked glassy-eyed to me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Maybe because I'm just further away from the screen. But he wasn't swaying. I mean, he swayed a little bit when he walked away, but he was also shot.
Yeah, so who knows how somebody's supposed to walk.
Yeah, I just, yeah, I would want to...
We'll do some more digging into this story.
Yeah, I don't know if she has, for some reason, invited him back into her life, and then this all happened. And yeah, I would want to know his family and friends' take on this.
Yeah, it's weird that we're getting this all from her side of the story.
Right. It seems like she's trying to get her ducks in a row.
It sounds like she's trying to control the narrative.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Sheep. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
There you go.